All right, so these last few changes that I made to the layout and the editor have been looking pretty good, I think. Pretty good. Monaco, which is this editor that Microsoft made, is clearly superior to CodeMirror. And it's now possible to resize it with a slider. So both of those are huge improvements. But I do have to get this right side working again. So let's see if I can't do that. Let's see. So this is between the canvas and the terminal. Oh wait, there's one other thing. This editor might be slowing us down. Be slowing down the animation and stuff if I'm the automatic layout. Yeah, it is. That's gonna slow it down some. Maybe what I want to do is just automatically update the layout when one of these is resized. Since I know it's possible to attach callbacks to this. And programmatically resize. Here. Events emitted from split panes. Resize. And resized. Once the resizing stops. Fires while resizing. Oh, interesting. Pane click, pane maximize, add, remove. I think what I want is resize here. Although I only want it for one of the panes. An array of all the pane's objects with their dimensions. Okay. I guess they're probably just in order. So here's a split panes object. Here. Styling is sort of ugly there. And what I want to do is have something like this. Dollar event? That probably won't work. I don't know what I want this to do. I guess I can just call resize in the editor. If the editor is available to the UI right now, which it's not. I think it's just a matter of doing this. Then I know the command is like editor.layout, I think. Close. Can I read property layout of null? I initially set this to null, but I set it with the editor once that, pretty much as soon as the page loads. Maybe I just need to refresh that. It did look like it was working though. Oh no, but it still has the automatic layout, so of course that would work. And this apparently isn't updating. Okay. So here's what I need to do. Don't do the automatic layout. Here I need a function for doing this. It should be like resize editor. Something like that. That's what I'll return instead of the editor itself. Okay. Then like here or something. I can just put it at the bottom. And that did not do what I expected it to. Yeah, that's what I was planning to do. I'll just put it like here. And this can just call editor.layout. And if I did this right, the editor is not automatically updating its layout. Okay, so I think this is working. Well, it's kind of choppy. It's choppy with this open. Okay, that looks good. If I resize this. Okay. If I resize the window, maybe I should just do this, I wonder if I attach the same callback to the resized event. No, that doesn't do the same thing. Well, I'll refresh just to make sure. But I guess the next thing I'd want to do is probably automatically update this layout like this, only when the window is resizing. But yeah, adding the resized callback, that didn't help. So let's see. I don't think it's hard to do this on resize. Let's see when this is called. When the view has been resized. I wonder if that means after you stop dragging? Probably not. Blah, 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 blah. Directly hooking onto window on resize isn't very performant. Each small change to make the window size will fire a separate resize event. That is what I want. I don't think this operation is particularly expensive. Okay, so I guess there's throttling and debouncing are ways to address this. I'm not going to do either of those. I'm just going to put this on the resize event. It's just a add event listener and remove event listener. Okay. Unmounted and then, yeah, that's fine. So here I have the unmounted. And on the resize, I'm gonna not this dot resize, but just resize editor. And then on before unmount. remove. I'll do remove event listener. Great. Great, so now this updates it. Updates the editor. And this updates the editor, so that's perfect. That is great. Now let me see if I can fix this terminal and stuff. So the terminal, there's a question as to whether, well, what do I want to say? Whether it's even necessary to see this. And it's probably not necessary to see the terminal, but if I could switch this out with logs, to see like Python logs and stuff, that I think will be pretty useful. Also, why is this not aligned? Oh, the split panes isn't the right height. I remember that being pretty annoying to get that height right. Did I just do height auto? I'll just scroll through all the heights. Auto doesn't do it. And none of these things do it either. I think it makes sense for this to be another split thing. Like you can resize how much you want to be the logs and how much you want to be the screen. That would make a lot of sense to me. Is there a good reason to make those two fixed? Probably not, right? Okay, so I think these split planes are superior to the flexbox. So I'll remove the flexbox code. And it's between these two. The canvas and then the terminal. I think that should probably be its own split panes. Let me look at how this nests them, like this. It'd be nice if you could see it. It should probably be visible, like when you mouse over it or something. But anyway. Looks like you can just put the split panes inside a pane. So something like this. Something like this, and these can only contain panes, so I'll have to do this, a pane. And here, a pane. Oh wait, this is just closing a single pane. A pane containing the canvas, like this. And a pane containing the terminal, like that. And I messed something up. Split panes contains this pane. Oh, it should be that. Well, that's an interesting way to lay out the page. Oh, they're horizontal, which is what I want. 2, 3, 4, I guess. I have to do that. That's closer to what it's supposed to be, I guess. Wait, why is this not resizable at all? Man. Yeah, can't drag that for some reason. This still works normally. And that still resizes normally. I feel, well, I guess there's some things about this that doesn't make sense when it isn't within a flex box. Like this? Maybe I can just have it like that. Well, I guess I can't do that. AD equals terminal. Because this says position absolute. Oh, this was designed to be inside that stupid container. That's why it, yeah, terminal container must have some styling. Must be like positioned some sort of way. Position relative, so that the positioning happens relative to that container. This should probably just be part of that component. Which, honestly, all of that should probably just be part of the component. V if Python data.pydied not equal null. I do need that condition. So something like this. But I need it to not mount itself unless pydied is loaded. This is happening on mounted right now. And I guess that isn't right. What it should be is like after these are available. Python data.pydied and Python data. Oh no, that's the only thing. Python data.pydied. Okay, so I'm gonna move this. That's annoying. This, the prop binding should happen over here. Okay, so pydied equals that. Okay, and that's small enough to fit in its own line. The terminal container code I can bring over here. It should also probably just be an ID. Yeah, that can probably just be its own. I don't know if it makes sense for that to be a class. So we can do this. So now the question is just how to prevent that from loading until pydied is loaded. What happens if I just run this? I'm sure it doesn't work. Cannot read property piodide of undefined. Terminal line 3. Oh, it doesn't have... Wait. No, it shouldn't be Python data, not piodide. It should just be piodide. Okay. Set value of null. Might just restart this. Yeah, I think I do. Well, it didn't crash anything, which is kind of surprising. Why is this? This thing refuses to grow to 100%. I just put... I think putting height 100% here doesn't do it. Yeah, but I thought I'd try anyway. Which doesn't make a lot of sense to me, since 100% of the parent container would be the full height. I mean, this is the parent container, and you can see its height. For this one, I did height auto. I get the feeling maybe that'll work. Oh wow, it does. For the split panes. No, there's a split panes pane. Okay. So I think this is the one that had height auto. Yeah, here in the style. Okay. It was in the pane or the split panes? It was in the pane. So there's that pane, then it closed, then there's that pane. Now I guess this one's all the way at the bottom? Wait, did I size the wrong pane? Splitter, then here's the pane. Then here's the split panes. I'll just restart this. Let's see if this does something sensible. Okay, and it does something kind of sensible. But in the default position, the renderer has all the space it needs. And the terminal isn't being sized appropriately, but that's the next thing to do. I think I want to go ahead and get rid of this border thing on the top of the slider here. It's probably a border top or something. These selectors are gonna get really messy. So they apparently need this entire thing. There's a horizontal one. And the vertical one. Did I do it? Uh-oh. So if it's horizontal, I would have to replace that. Okay, so now that's gone. This, I'm sure I can just replace these verticals with horizontal. And I want the height. Be a little bit thicker. There we go. Great. Where's this padding come from? Because it's good it's there. It must be on the panes. There's the code area. There's the flex. Okay, here's the split panes, and this has a margin right too. And this one has a margin left too. Okay, I'm gonna want to copy that for this vertical split. So here's one. I want this to have a margin bottom too, and then a margin top too. I think. Okay, I think that makes that a little nicer. Although, does this have padding of its own or something like that? I don't know why it's positioned like that, but anyway. Now I need to get this thing to take its full height. This thing is the full height. I need to get this thing too, the terminal container. What if I just slap a height 100 on this? In here it kind of works. If I just slap a height 100% on this. I guess that's working. And the width is apparently working on its own. Okay. ID terminal. Oh, this was for terminal container. I wonder if in this case I even need the position relative and stuff. I wonder if I can just take this off and take this off. It looks like everything still works mostly, except the rounded borders. And I actually kind of needed those rounded borders. Like, this positioning is kind of more due to wanting to fix those rounded borders than position the terminal. Wait, what did I... Oh, yeah, I think this makes the most sense, actually. Okay, so that's pretty nice. Now this resizes on its own with the window and these sliders. Okay, cool. The next thing I'd probably want to do... It's actually interesting that worked before I pass in... Before I, like... Oh, because it doesn't load Pyodide on that... Wait, no. Here, it's already loaded Pyodide, so it makes sense that this would work. But if I load straight to this page, why would that work? Oh, because it doesn't load anything until Pyodide is loaded. No, wait, let me go to the lab. Yeah, still, it doesn't load anything until Pyodide is loaded. Interesting. Maybe I would be better off just not doing anything until Pyodide is loaded. And then I can go ahead and assume that it's always available. Anyway, this worked. At some point I want to make this window dynamically resize, at least to the extent it can within its window. Because I think it'd be nice to like shrink the code down some, especially if this was closed. I could shrink the code down some and then have a bigger window and like, and then the logs would be down here. I think that'd be pretty nice. Okay, I think I'm going to... Yeah, I think I'm going to delete all the code mirror code. Well, I haven't actually... Yeah, I'm going to delete all the code mirror code. Oh, wait. This, the auto rendering, I haven't had that. So I'll put that back, get rid of this. Now I'll try to get rid of all the code mirror stuff. Looks like it's mostly just imports. It's imported in a few places. And it's an app.view, I guess. Don't know why that didn't work. I don't even know what it is that I need to remove. Just code mirror, I guess. I don't know if Firebase Tools is supposed to be here. Oh, and this stupid FFmpeg thing. Great. Well, that's kind of awkward with this off-centered. at the start. Admittedly. It looks like this should be centered. Yeah, it looks really awkward actually. Even though everything basically works. Also, this scene is pretty much done. All I'd want to do is, yeah, probably just have a transition to the next part, to the one with the sine cosine visualization. That's probably it. Should I center this now? I think I probably should. Should probably center this and then it would be really nice if Python could print its logs to here. Not necessarily in this terminal, because I don't know if that would make sense. Oh, but I do have this. So I guess I could add things to this. I'll put OpenGL just to be safe. Interesting. That's kind of cool. But Python shouldn't necessarily put its logs in this terminal, but if it put them, if this could like switch between the terminal and Python logs, that'd be really nice. I don't think JavaScript error, maybe JavaScript errors too, but that could get tricky. Yeah, I do think I need to center this. Let's see. Okay. So the next thing is the canvas, and I pass the style right to it. And it has its own margin for some reason. Wait, what? Don't think it's supposed to have that. Is it? So this has margin, and that has margin. Does it matter that this has margin? Looks like it doesn't. Okay, I'll remove that. Sure. Then... okay, let me see what this does. Interesting. I didn't think that would work. Okay, so this is taking its style from the canvas style prop, which is this, and it's fixed 640 by 360. Now, if I wanted this centered, okay, luckily the style is already separate from the resolution. I have to set size here. I passed the false. I'm pretty sure this means it doesn't overwrite the style. Then the style is directly on the element. So, when a resize occurs of this, oh no, of either of these, then I'm gonna want to do a callback to say basically reposition and resize this. I don't even know what to do to resize this. I think it's one of the first things that I tell you on the documentation. Just kidding, no they don't. I think on 3JS fundamentals or something, maybe this. One of the first things is like how to deal with resizing. Resize renderer to display size. Okay. And honestly, I don't think this is anything that complicated, especially given that I have to keep the same aspect ratio. Maybe I should just start with doing that at first. Resize editor. Maybe we'll call this handle resize. So here's resize editor. Here I want to resize the editor, and then there'll be a resize renderer, which doesn't exist yet. So now I have handle resize there. And when I look at the resize callback, here it's going to call handle resize. And I need this on the other split panes too. This one. Darn. Whatever, this can just be one line. So now when I resize either of these, I guess both of them will do the resizing of the editor, but that's fine. Now when I resize renderer, what will I want to do here? I just bring up a console. Okay, and it is firing at the right time. And I think I don't want to do a ton, right? All I want to do is like find the width and the height of this area, and then center it and scale its width and height appropriately. So how do I even get the width and height of that? I think it's actually passed to the resize callback. This returns an array of all the panes objects with their dimensions. It's kind of annoying. So like for this, it's 3, because what this is going to return is resizing this. It's going to return this one's dimensions and then that one's dimensions. It's an array of all the panes objects with their dimensions. I guess since it's the same one, yeah, I can just find its dimensions programmatically. Like, it's always this one that I care about. So I can just do a query selector, which I won't have to do that. I could just do it by ID. Or a ref. So this includes the border, it doesn't include the margin. I don't care about the padding either. And I don't think it has any border. It does have margin, but that's not counted. It doesn't have border. But I don't think it has padding either. This element has no margin, no border, no padding. Where is that page? So offset width will work. Client width also includes padding. But I don't think it matters. I'll do client width just in case. So what I'll want to do here, there's these 2 panes. I want this one to have a ref. Render pane is fine. I forgot what this is called. This is like template refs. Okay, so now I have this ref, then in the mounted, I think. There's a different way to do this with the composition API. Okay, import ref. Okay, and this happens after the initial render. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So I want to do this. And this is, what's it called? Render pane? That's gonna be ref no. Resize editor, find, resize renderer. Here I'm gonna want just console.log. I'm just gonna log that thing's value. Actually, the width and the height. Render container. Also say pane. Pane width. It should be render pane dot value. That client width. And then height. I want to log both of those. And we got some errors. Render pane. Is this what I actually called it? Yeah, it is. still, client width of null. Yeah, it's that thing dot value. Render pane dot value. Did I not import ref? No, I did. Ref, null here. I did it for a few things, in fact. Wants to render a pane. Return root. Maybe I have to have it returned here. I guess. I don't know. Okay. Closer. Now they're both undefined. Client width and client height. It looks like these are properties of the element itself. Why would this be undefined? Uh-oh, what did I do there? Okay, let me just do render pane dot value. A proxy. Wait, why would the value be a proxy? Request update and on pane add. Weird. Maybe this has an API to get the underlying element. Footer click. Remove, add. Oh, did I import the CSS? I don't know if I ever actually did that. Oh yeah, I did. Okay, great. But if this is a proxy, I guess I can't use that to find the dimensions of the underlying element. Get has own keys set. Can I just call value again? Seems like an unnatural thing to do. No, that's undefined too. What is this proxy? I mean, here it just says calling value on the ref object should give the element, so it must be something specific to split panes. I guess that kind of makes sense, because this split panes isn't an element in the first place. If I look at it, or this pane rather, isn't an element. Maybe what I should be doing is not looking at this. This already has a ref as canvas component. Maybe all I have to do, I can print the canvas component, the ref to that, and this should have a parent, and that parent will be its container. So I can do the canvas.parent.placeholder client width and client height. This is also a proxy. Why? Wait, how did I do this before? Ref canvas component. This seems weird. View, template ref, proxy. What is this? It's basically this. Dot value returns proxy object. So this represents a ref null, and it does this. This has the element object. And this is my question too. Using TypeScript, specify what my identifier really is, which I'm not using TypeScript. Ref templated over. Is that a TypeScript thing? Or do I have to use this $L thing? HTML div element. I don't think I'm using TypeScript. Let's see, ref 1, ref 2. Typing of component refs, template direct field access. Under the hood and new in view 3, we will create a proxy. Is this what I'm looking for? We can add import ref from view and use ref function, which will mark that variable as reactive data. Oh, this isn't what I'm talking about. Or what I'm looking for. Okay, maybe I can just do this $el. Kinda doubt this will work. Nope, that worked. That is so weird. Because that's just some random thing I found on a blog or whatever. $el. I wonder if I can find anything. In view 2, I'd get this $el, but I'm not sure how to do it with the composition functions. In view 3, components are no longer limited at only one root element. Implicitly means that you no longer have an $el. You have to use ref to interact with any element in your template. As pointed out in the comments, when using a render function and not a template, you can specify the desired ref and create element options. Okay. This is your $el, but it's not. Oh, it must be, wait. This isn't an element either. This is also a component. I should have figured that out faster. It's literally called canvas component. But what is this even used for? Nothing. It's not used for anything. Okay. So what I really want to do, and this has a ref too, which is canvas. And this I am currently using. So maybe if I can read refs between components then this will give the canvas element. Nope. That's annoying. Now I'm thinking about doing the whatever.el. I kind of need that. Ref from child. Element and component access. In most cases, it's best to avoid reaching into other component instances or manually manipulating DOM elements. There are cases when it can be appropriate. Don't want to access the root instance. Don't want to access the parent component instance. Accessing child component instances and child elements. This is what I want to do. To achieve this, you can assign a reference ID to the child component using the ref attribute. So this to the component. Now in the component where you define as ref, you can use refs.username input to access the base input instance. Maybe all I need to... it's like... I want to call a function. I want to signal something to the child, which isn't reactive or whatever. Actually, I can make this reactive. All I have to do... Resize editor, resize render. I can have this data structure. Let... Let's be like... Wait, no, this won't work either. Because I'd still need a way to get the dimensions of that parent container. I'll still have to do that. Dependency injection. I thought this was a good thing. This song's a banger. That's too loud though, I think. I think I have to do that stupid $L thing. Unfortunately. So... put back the canvas component. There and there. And this was working. Whether it's good practice, maybe not. But this was working. Canvas component is not defined. Why? It's right here. Oh. I don't have the ref for it. There we go. That can be down here. Great. Okay. So I'll just do let canvas element equals this. That's a canvas element. Then I want the parent. To be the parent of that. ton. Oh my gosh. There. It's undefined. Why? Script. That's parent element. Okay, cool. So I got that. I can get the width and the height of these. Maybe I should just go straight for the container. I should just do this. And now I have the container. And I have that width and that height. And I can use this to determine the width and the height I should be using on the canvas here. I think. How do I find the aspect ratio? I guess it's always basically the same. I don't actually have the aspect ratio here. So I guess what I'll have to do is maybe just hard code this. I have like 9/16. 16/9. Don't. Okay. I'll just have to compute both of these. So the width-based height. So based on the width, I get the height by multiplying by 9/16. That would be the height. So I'm looking at the container's dimensions, and given the dimensions of the container, I'm seeing what would be the maximum dimensions I could have of the canvas that it's going to contain. So either the width or the height is going to be the limiting dimension. So if this is greater than the container width, container height, then width is what's limiting it. Because I have the container's width. If I compute the height based on that, then that's too high. Which means the height is going to be limiting it, not the width. So then the width and the height that I'll want is not the width-based height, but just the height. And then the height-based width. Maybe there's a better variable name for this. Just be width from height. Oh wait, did I mess this up? height from width. So I'm using the width, using that to compute the height. So this is the height from the width. That's greater than the container height, then width is the limiting dimension. And then, let's do this, let width equals container width. Height from width. Right? No, the height from width is greater than the container height. So height is the limiting dimension. So the height is going to be the container height. The width, I'm going to have to get the width from that height. Might as well just compute this. Height from width and then width from height is just going to be this. So, okay, so you have a height. We're going to multiply that by 916. Great. Okay, and then this is just going to be an else. Okay. Am I wasting a computation here? It probably doesn't matter. I'm greater than container height. Then here, I need the container height and the container width. I need the width from height, I mean. So I need the height from width no matter what. I may not have to compute the width from height. But forget it, I'll just keep it symmetric. Okay, now what to do with this width and height? And what to do with it is that I should have a canvas dimensions object. I'll just put these both to 0 for now. Here. The width and the height. 640 by 360 by default. Maybe I can just have a reactive style. So here I'll just copy these. And what I'll do here is say canvas dimensions dot width. Actually, let me just see if this works. Canvas dimensions, and I'll return this. Oh, not this, but... Okay, this should do the same thing. So no difference. Be active is not defined. Okay. Okay, so this is doing the same thing. Oh. There. Misspelled. Whatever. Okay. This might be an instance where I actually do want... I do want to, like, buffer the resize events. Possibly. I don't know how expensive it will be to resize this while it's being rendered too. Okay, but now I'm gonna say... canvas dimensions dot width. And I'll do string interpolation here. So this pixels. And the same thing here. This will be mostly the same thing. So container width, and then height from width. Okay, and I don't have to log this at all. Okay, and that looks like it's doing what it's supposed to do. Let's try to render something if I move. Okay, it looks like this is even auto resizing how I want. So that's really nice. Now all I had to do is center it. And the resolution isn't changing, so that's fine. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, centering it. There might be an easy CSS way to do this. Actually, hold on. I should do something. What's update projection scaling? Oh, that's when... if I scale this away from 9/16, I have to update the projection fix. That was an annoying fix. Right here, it isn't the right size. So how can I fix that? Maybe just right here I call resize at resize render? I guess that does it. Why this padding? Oh, this is because it isn't centered. Okay. It'd be nice if I could tell... No, that's fine. That's fine. I just have to center this. And it might just be some relatively simple CSS. So this is the element. If this was display flex, would that do it? Guess not. Display flex. Justify content. Okay. And then line item center. On the split panes. Okay, so now that's being centered too. That's really nice. It says on the split panes that's containing the canvas. So this one. Maybe I can just say... Okay, wait. I should just do this in the styling. Split panes. I'll try doing this. I don't know how well it'll work. I'll do justify first. Justify content, right? Okay, render this. Actually close this. Okay, this looks really good. That's resizing how I want. This is resizing how I want. Yeah, okay, don't really need that. Okay, that's pretty nice. Then if I switch scenes... Oh, this one only has one scene. That looks really nice. I almost feel like it should be this by default. Like, this terminal isn't super useful right now, especially while it doesn't, log Python errors or JavaScript errors. Okay, well, that's really neat. From here I could... Oh, then render... I could jump straight to this. Cool, and then I can update the code over here. Now that this scene is basically done. Now do I want to make it so that it's automatically like this height? That would be pretty nice, I think. But I always have this open. Also, it needs to do this when the window resizes. Resize editor. This should just be handle resize, I guess. Since that does it for both of them. Okay, that's fine. That's definitely fine. Okay, so that wasn't a ton of code. No, Pyodite is big. Hmm. Wait, what did I... Okay, so here's app. I guess this means everything. Must be just something on their GitHub, I guess. Blah, 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 blah. AMD, I don't know which of these I'm doing either. Accessibility, I don't care about that right now. I guess I'll just look at this. Language JavaScript. API Playground Monitor. Oh, it's not supported in mobile. That's fine. If I do like, if I type like only Python or something like that. Well, that didn't really help, but it might not even be possible. Well, they're already split up. The real solution to this is probably to just like sit down and read the stuff. Read the documentation and information about the editor. But I'm trying to go fast. I guess these are really small, but like, how's it gonna add up? Maybe I'll look a little bit more at the GitHub. No, so, oh, this doesn't even contain the editor's source code. ESM dev min. Okay. Let me see if there's anything about it here. Specific language. If I do only and then Python or something like that. Auto completion. Like Python only. Okay. Oh well. Hey, Daryl Golden, what's up? I was almost finished, actually, but now that you're here... How good is your computer? I should have a new version of the site pushed. That's, the layout should be kind of better. But I don't even know if I asked you how good your computer can run it normally. Okay, but this is good. Everything's doing what it's supposed to do. That's great. And that defaults to be really small for some reason. That's weird. Oh, when I go back, this like totally loses its mind. That stinks. Decent. Okay. I wonder if... Okay, if I go to the full screen here and then come back. Oh man, and it does work locally. It's kind of laggy, but it works. Okay. I guess that's like probably the best I could hope for. I switched it so that it updates things with mostly by updating a model matrix. I think at least for all the things that are used for these animations. And that's pretty much as fast as I can get it. Yeah, this thing... When I come back like this, the height is messed up. And when I resize it, it gets worse. That's so annoying because it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen locally. So I have no idea how I'm going to debug that. Is it just from going here and going back? And then I go back. Yeah. Man. Something with Monaco. I hate Monaco. I hate all web editors. They're all broken. Undo change event. Blah, blah, blah. Resize render is called once. I wonder if... I'm gonna try not doing this and pushing it that way. Wasn't trying to do that. See if that helps anything. Kind of feel like it... Well, I don't know. Maybe that will. Oh hey, it's that error again. Why would that happen? Why don't I just run yarn? This? Yarn build. Why would that only happen like the second time that I try to build? Because I built this before and that didn't happen. Software development is annoying. And that time it worked. Did I change anything? Who knows? This looks like a similar problem. Not exactly, though. Also, that update didn't work. Why did that happen? Wait, let's try this. Go here. Go here. Come back. Nope, still does it. Still does that. Oh, wait. There's another editor on top of that editor. This is like the thing CodeMirror did. CodeMirror had a thing where there was another editor on top of it. So maybe I need to, like, not do this, but this is what I did before. Editor get wrapper element dot remove. Get wrapper element. Maybe I need to do something like that. They like the element or whatever. Jeez. Give me the API. How do I get the element? .dom element? Oh no, that's the parameter. This is the editor API. Maybe it's like here? Editor get element. Of the model. Okay. Maybe I just have to keep track of it on my own. So it's this code area. And this, it is containing two editors. For some reason. Why would it not just get rid of it? But I guess I could do... if I already have a reference to the code area... I use this. I could like do this dot child dot remove. Is there really no way to get the element from this? There probably is. Let me just... Here I'll log the editor. And it's null, so that's good. And like... Okay, so here... Man, that's a lot of stuff. There's an underscore DOM element. Can I just do dot DOM element? Only underscore DOM element. Get DOM node? Parent element. Okay. Maybe that's what I want to do. So if I... Come on. I don't want to remove this, the code area. Okay, so maybe it is that simple. Maybe it's... just... editor.get... I forgot I even wrote. Was it DOM node? Get DOM node. Dot remove? Maybe that's it. I mean, this already worked here. I guess it didn't break. Okay. I'll see if I can build this again. For some reason, it seems like this, if I do all of these at once, then I think it doesn't work for some reason. Maybe... my GPU is struggling. I feel like this froze. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, something's finicky here. Can I cancel it still? And when I stopped building, everything came back. Yeah, something's up with Monaco, definitely. Maybe I can build it if I just do the build command. Before it got to somewhere around 78 too. I mean, this build is almost identical to the previous one. Let's doing this again. All presumably from Monaco. Like, why? Okay, and then it worked. But man, it must be... I wish it were possible to only download a few of these, but I don't think that's true. Damn. Well, I managed to build it. Probably don't need this open right from the start. Okay, so I have this. Go here. Come back. Okay, and then it works. So that happened with Code Mirror and with Monaco. The editor's double adding, or more than double. Every time you go forward and come back, there would be a new editor. Anyway, I guess I fixed it. I'm also really glad that the intro code is so simple now. It's only this. So I consider that a huge win. I wish it wasn't such a pain to color LaTeX. That's really bad. Although maybe all I need to do is not include the groupings from the SVG. Maybe that's it. But this is making it really ugly. And the law of science code is ugly, but that's because I was just trying to get stuff to work. And it does work quite well. But the code is pretty messy. Okay. Glad I managed to get that working. I feel like Vim's lagging now too. Hopefully I can figure out a faster way to like build Monaco or whatever. That seems really slow. Great. Wait, what is this? What are these little gray things? Oh, it's everywhere where there's self. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was a lot of progress for today. I'm gonna call it here. Thanks everyone who watched, and pick this up next time. Wonder how the Discord's doing. Been kind of quieter lately, I think. Okay, whatever. Great. So I'll see everyone next time.